You're my love. The story of my life. Story of my life. A nigga trying to make it out.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of The Sister in the Beauty Shop, guys. So guess what? It's almost a wedding time, guys. 2 more weeks, guys. 2 more weeks and my baby's getting married. So I am going to be making her wig, guys. Yes, I will be making her wig for the big day. And so what we're going to do today is we're going to make her wig. So we'll be using, guys, today we'll be using O'Sealy hair. I ordered this off of Amazon. This is a 10A Brazilian body wave hair. And very, very nice hair. So we're going to start out, guys, from like the beginning. So I haven't done anything. All I did was open up the package and take a look at the hair. So I have basically not done anything. Trying to figure out how to get this open. Okay, there we go. So this is a 16-inch 13 by 4 ear to ear frontal. So baby hairs, pre-plucked, supposedly not so well. So I will be going into the hairline, guys. I'll be shaping that to my liking. But what we're going to start out with is getting these knots bleached on this frontal. And also, guys, I have 3 20-inch bundles. So let's have a look at what the bundles are looking like. Once again, guys, this is O'Sealy hair off of Amazon. This is 10A Brazilian body wave, guys, and I will put the information in the description down below. And while I'm talking about that, guys, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss another episode of The Sister in the Beauty Shop, guys. So this hair looks pretty nice, guys. Weft looks pretty good. Actually, I like a little thicker, but since she don't want her hair to have a lot of density, so she wants it a little more lightweight this time, so that'll be perfect. So okay, guys, so I'm going to set these aside, and what I do when I bleach my knots, guys, is I'm using the Clairol BW2 bleaching powder, and I'm going to use 30 volume developer. And guys, any type of cream developer will work. You don't have to have a specific brand. I'm using a 30 volume, guys, just to kind of cut the time a little bit shorter. So give me 1 minute. I need to grab gloves. Okay, guys, so what we're going to do is we're going to mix our bleach. And guys, I've been doing this for a long time, so I kind of measure by eye. I kind of pretty much know how much I'm going to need to make the consistency of bleach that I want to use. And you want it to be kind of thick and frothy, kind of like a whip or something, so that you don't want it to be runny. You don't want it to run through to the other side. So I'm going to use 2 scoops of the blue scoop that comes with the bleach. 2 scoops. Then I have my little handy dandy whip, guys. You can find these at any beauty supply store. And I add my developer gradually. I add a little bit at a time, and I start whipping. Okay, guys, so once you get that whipped up into a nice thick consistency, I use a wooden spatula, guys. That's what I use. I use a wooden spatula to spread it on like a knife. Spread it on. I use this like a butter knife, and I spread it on like so. Should look just like this. And you want to let that process. I'm going to let that process. Like I said, I used a 30 volume, guys, so I'm going to let that process about 15 minutes. And then I'm going to rinse it out and wash the frontal with a neutralizing shampoo, and we'll be back, guys. Okay, guys, so we're back, and the knots bleached beautifully, guys, beautifully. I mean, they really look good. You can see how good that looks. So I already have my frontal pinned down on my wig head, and now we are going to pluck the frontal and get it ready. And I wash and condition, guys, and when I pluck my frontals, I like to leave I like to have conditioner on it, and one of my all-time favorites is Olive Oil's hair mayonnaise. I absolutely love this, guys, so that's what I have on here. And I am using, yes, I have my handy dandy towel because the conditioner is slippery. And so, and I have just basic tweezers from Sally's, guys. These are my faves. You find them right there at the counter, and I usually get like 3 or 4 or 5 at the same time. So what I'm going to do first, guys, is look at this hairline. I want you guys to look at that hairline and see how precise that is. We're about to break that up. So that is what I'm going to do first. So you just want to randomly pluck, guys, and break up that ridiculous hairline. And then we're going to go behind the hairline. But you got to make sure, guys, when you have to take your time and take it in sections. Like I usually do, like the front section, then this side right here, and then this side, and the same on the other side. So I do it in sections so that I don't miss anything. And it's just a slow, tedious process, but it has to be done. And so basically what you're doing when you do this is you're basically creating your own hairline. So, and I try to comb my hair that's coming loose. I try to comb that out of the way so that I can see what I'm doing, what I've done. So it's just a slow process, guys. And if you want it to look good, you have to take your time. Okay, guys, so we are back, and I have plucked this frontal. And guys, the reason I did not do this on camera is because it took me about 45 minutes. Like I told you, this is a real tedious process. And so, and we've took out all that density and created our own hairline. And guys, I don't pluck, I mean, I do pluck a lot because this is how much hair I got out of it. So that's a lot of hair. But the thing you need to know is that over time, these, for whatever reason, it'll thin around in those areas where you pluck that. So you don't want to do too much, because I'm telling you, I've seen where the wigs look bald right around in here because it starts getting worn over time and thinning. So just enough to where it's not bulky, and when you can put it behind your ears and it's not no big chunk of hair there. So okay, so now what we're going to do, and guys, we're going to do this in like a 3-part series because for one, it's laid, and I had no intentions on finishing the whole wig tonight. I can do a wig in one setting, but I'm taking my time with this because, of course, this is my daughter's special day. And so, of course, I'm using a mesh dome cap, and we are going to put that on our wig head. And I put my points in the back, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Yes, is my V goes in the back. You want to pull you want the hairline to be just a little bit over your black cap, and you're going to pin it right there in the middle, front, and you're going to pull it taut, and you're going to pin it right here in the top center. Tautly to either your left or your right, whichever side you want to start with first. And pin it. Then you also want to go to your other side and do the same thing. Pull it taut, guys. And pin it. And I use 2 pins right there on the corner, guys, just so you can see. And I also used it on the other side, just like that. So now, you're like, oh, well, what about this extra lace in the front buckling out? I'm getting ready to show you guys. So now, I'm going to take out this center. And I am going to fold over a little on each side. So my front looks like so. So that I can now, that I have everything pinned down, I can get this hair up out of my way.
You're my love. The story of my life. Story of my life, a nigga trying to make it out. Niggas in my city, man, don't want me have no clout. I'm headed to the top, these niggas wanna see me down. Story of my life, a nigga trying to make it out. Niggas in my
Okay, I have it all pinned up out of my way, guys. And so we are going to go ahead and sew down the frontal. And that will be our last step on this part 1 series of Anika's Getting Married. So I already have my needles over here threaded, guys. And so, as you know, I always start in the middle and I work my way down. Right here in the middle. And I'm going through the frontal. I'm going through the wig cap. And I'm pulling. Now I'm going to do that again. Right up close next to where I just put that first stitch. And this time I'm bringing my thread through the loop. So now I'm going to lay my thread over. I'm going to go down about a 1/2 inch. I'm going through the frontal, up underneath the string that I laid over. Don't forget to go through your loop, guys. Every time you want to go through your loop. So you go under the string, through your loop, and pull. You don't even have to lay the string over if you don't want to. You can just go through the loop. then you're just going to keep that on all the way down. As you just, guys, all you have to do is put your stitches like a 1/2 inch apart, and that's fine. Pull each stitch tight, but not too tight. And as you come upon the pins that you use to hold the frontal down, you remove them, and make sure you're always kind of holding your frontal in place if need be, not letting it slide. So what we're going to do, guys, what we're going to do on our next video, part 2 of Nika's getting married, we're going to actually finish the construction of the wig. So I'm going to add the tracks in part 2. And of course, we're not done there because I still have to color. So guys, this is going to be a 3-part series of getting the wig together, and then it's going to be the grand finale. I'm so excited, guys. My baby girl's getting married, and so we are going to showcase her most fabulous accessory, her hair, right here in the beauty shop with the sister. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe, guys. So I am almost down, and I'm coming up on a pin, guys. So I'm gonna pull that out, and it's still laying flat, so I don't have to pull or adjust. I'm gonna lay my head over so that I can get that sewed correctly. And guys, don't forget, when I get to the end, I do a double stitch and a double wrap to lock that in. A wrap meaning double wrap around my needle, and then I lock that in. And then I also knot my thread by cutting the needle off and pulling the 2 pieces of string apart and making a knot. And guys, if you want to know how to do that, you can watch my previous video, the very detailed wig making video.
Yo, Marlo, the story of my life. Story of my life, a nigga trying to make it out. Niggas in my city, man, don't want me have no clout. I'm headed to the top, these niggas wanna see me down.